What's up, family and friends? Good afternoon and welcome to the Woke Nation. I want to drop this short one for us to consider, and it relates to what is happening today, especially to blacks, both in America and outside America. It keep happening, the same shit keep happening to black people. And the majority of the them don't care to know the root cause, why they are really suffering, because they have been taught away from themselves, from their truths. There's no African truth in Africa today. There's no African truth in the majority of African minds today. What they have is the nonsense that our slave masters taught us. They taught us that first through our ignorant and religious parents, who it was not their fault because they were also forced or indoctrinated and brainwashed to accept that as the truth, but it's not. Then through the institution of learnings we went through, from kindergarten, even from daycare, kindergarten, elementary school, high school or secondary school, university or college, all those institutions are not there for our good. They are there to keep us enslaved as a people. So I titled this Fear and Miseducation. You know, they lied to us. They gave us in the Bible, they say that my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. It's not true. It's a lie. I've been saying that, right? Remember, most of us still quote it using, oh, our people are ignorant, and that's why they are destroyed for lack of knowledge. No, it's not. All our leaders, all our political leaders, religious leaders, are they not educated? They are educated fools. They have been miseducated against themselves. They have been miseducated to see or to manage life instead to explore and enjoy life. They are managing it. I will live my life happily and die. That's it. And you have children. You don't even care how your children will fare after they. All you think that will carry your children through is some money you save in the bank or you have in your life insurance. You think it will carry them. You forgot that they can just waste it just in a day like that. All you labored for, all you suffered. If you know how your material possessions will end after you die, you know, you will reconsider how you are even doing your savings and all that bullshit. So understand that why we are suffering today, as I said the last video I made, is because we have religion, spirituality. That's why we lost African heritage, because we switched from African science to African spirituality. Then after they defeated us, destroyed that, then they put religion in place. So as some people are sharing the video about the black guy killed in America. And already some Africans start saying it has nothing to do with religion. No, it has everything to do with religion. It is because of religion that Africans are not standing up for themselves to date. It is because of religion that Africans are weak to date. Yes, religion is slavery. It's enslavement. They enslave our mind. They make us, you see Africans saying Africans hate Africans. Africans hate themselves. Black people hate themselves. It's a lie. They were converted. If you understand how Bible was written, you understand that it was written taken from what your ancestors suffered. Your ancestors were living their life until these people invaded. If you read, like, I think Judges 18 or Judges 20, that's where it is. People that own no land, they decided to invade people that have their land, enjoying their life, and took their land from them, killed them. That's what happened to us. And you think, no, it's one God. No, it's not. We are not destroyed for lack of knowledge. We are destroyed by our enemies. And they gave you a book to love your enemies. They tell you you leave them in the hand of God. God will deal with them. You haven't seen that God. You cannot see that God. And that enemies keep prospering than you. And you still believing that your ancestors were selling their brothers into slavery. That's why you are suffering. That's why Africans are poor. Or how about those people that bought those people? They sold. God is blessing them. The white people that bought those slaves, God is blessing them. The white people that bought those slaves and used them as animals in America, in other parts of the world, and God is blessing them, and they are living better than you. You children of those that sell their brothers into slavery, as you are miseducated to believe. Majority of Africans today have been miseducated. Ignorance is no longer your problem. It's the religion you have, all those religious fear, spiritual fear you have. What did they tell you about wisdom? They tell you that fear of God is the beginning of wisdom. That's bullshit. Anything fear brings bondage. Anything fear brings torture. Anything fear will rob you your joy. You cannot be afraid and live your life. When something happens, somebody tell you, don't be afraid. No, you're already afraid. You are afraid you are losing your loved one. You are to sickness or disease. And somebody is telling you, don't be afraid. That person don't know what he's talking. The only way to stop the person from being afraid is by solving the problem. If you don't solve the problem that made that person showing the signs of fear, the person will keep being in fear. So when you're talking about Africans and what is happening, remember the young African they killed in February? He was running. They killed him. They said he entered a construction building. So they thought he was a criminal. But another video surfaced that many white people entered the same building. Nobody chased them. Nobody did anything to them. But black man entered here. But that's where I keep saying our black people are supposed to wake up, disassociate yourself from these people. These people will keep killing you no matter what you do, no matter how you dress, no matter how educated you are, no matter how gentle you look, no matter whether you're sag or not, whether you walk naked or clothed, whether you raise your hand and say, I am not a thief or I don't have any weapon, they will still be killing you. It is time you wake up and stop. You are the one that even hating yourself. You that say that black people hate themselves. That's why anyone that say that, I always throw that question back to them. I say, do you hate yourself? You don't. Learn your history before the foreign invaders. Learn your history before the foreign influence. Learn that history. Colonizing African history is not our history. Slavery history is not our history. Our real history is African science before African spirituality. African science before white invasion. African science before Arab invasion. African science which gave the world all the things you call today invention. That's the science we need back. Fear and miseducation is our problem. Are we the one that chose the fear? No, they use slavery to instill that fear in us. They use religion to cement it in us. Oh, fear God. Fear those in authority. Fear them because they don't bear their sword in vain. Black people don't hate themselves. Start with yourself. Do you hate yourself? Do you hate your siblings? What will make you to kill your siblings? Tell me, you African man. You suffered with your siblings. Tell me what will make you to kill. That thing that will make you to kill your siblings is not from you. I have 8 siblings. You're telling me that tomorrow, for any reason, I will plan to kill them or hate them? Look at those Africans you say they hate Africans. They are religious people. If they are not Christians, they are Muslims. If they are not Muslims, they are Jews. They must belong to religion. Because religion turns you into a beast. It's there in their book. Matthew chapter 23, verse 15. They converted you to be more wicked than them. To wise wicked, to wise evil than them. That's what religion did. So if you're an African and you still see that religion is not the root of your problem, then you are really part of that problem. And you are one of the people that make us not get into our freedom. Because we need to wake up. But when you keep believing the bullshit they taught you in schools, telling you that blacks hate blacks, it's a lie. Our people give that name Ndubisi. In other words, life is spring. Life is spring. Life is, we cherish life. But they lie to you that your ancestors were killing twins. You say amen. No, who taught them to kill twins? They saw them killing people. Okay, then if you do this, they begin to do that also. You are supposed to understand that the fear of God is why all this evil is happening in the whole world. Not fairness. It is fear of God that teaches you forgiveness. Fear of God will never teach you fairness. Fairness is what you have in nature. That's what you have in nature. What you sow, you reap. Everywhere. It doesn't matter your race. It doesn't matter your color. It doesn't matter your age. If you sow anything, that's what you will reap. Either you reap it little or you reap it much, but you must reap what you sow. But look at what you are talking about, your African people, especially those who are African Americans. If you went through what African Americans went through, you will understand why they are doing what they're doing. You see some people like in Africa, you hear some criminals, they decided to begin to steal money and they even begin kill to make money, but they were killing like police people or people that are rich because they were born in poverty. And they see that the rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer. So how can a poor man climb out of the pit of that poverty? And they took to guns, they took to killings, they took to robbing banks, robbing rich people. You don't see them go about killing poor people, no? Because they know these poor people are like them, they are one of them. They are still suffering like them. But this religion will make you poor, being against another poor for not believing in the same bullshit you believe. A poor man oppressing a poor man is like a flood that come and wipe away the whole harvest. Because you are doing it, you are poor. You're supposed to show pity to your fellow poor. But now because of your silly religious belief, fear of God, and what they taught you in school, and you begin to oppress your own brothers and sisters by faith. And when such things as this happen, where they kill this black man, you say it has nothing to do with religion. It has. The policeman that need on his neck, is he an atheist? Doesn't he have religion? He will dress up and go to mosque or go to church. And you see how he did? Because the guy was handcuffed. Not one-on-one. And see, you say black people hate black people. How about those mass shooting? One white person will carry gun and go to where mass of white people and kill all of them. You don't. Bullshit you keep talking to justify the evil meted on people like you. Is blacks are killing blacks also. Black hate blacks. You are stupid. In your own village, which black is killing black there? And ask yourself, why are they killing blacks there? You will not say that. You said they're killing everybody, but you have your religion in your village too. And you are religious too. And you are afraid of being killed. And you said that your religion has any meaning in life. Or to you. Fear and miseducation is why we are still suffering. And what is destroying us is our enemies, not lack of knowledge. Lack of knowledge, no. If you lack knowledge, you are still intelligent. You lack knowledge of certain things, how to make certain things, doesn't mean you are a dummy in everything. There are also things you can do that those people you think that are more educated than you, they cannot do it. And you can teach them. I'm a perfect example of that. I have taught people that are more educated than me. I have taught people that are in higher position than me in life, in walks of life. It has nothing to do with your position. It has nothing to do with your level of education. Are you intelligent? You are a conscious being so long you are alive. You can think for yourself, but that's what religion forbids you. If they kill that black man, he says, because black hate black, your turn is coming. They will kill you also. Another black will say black, they kill black too. How many black cops have you seen kill a white man like that? If that thing happen in white neighborhood where you have many, it will never even happen. Because you will see why people attack that police. Fight, they will fight. But the police will not do that in white neighborhood because they know some of them have guns. Even blacks and black, you have guns, they can trace you, they can track you and arrest you for possession of arms. And you register for it, you have that gun legally. That's if they don't shoot you before they arrest you. These things keep happening. Our people keep exalting miseducation that they gave to us. Fear of God, miseducation. In religion, we have fear of God. Then in those institutions of learning, we have miseducation. They are teaching us nonsense. They are teaching us not something that will not benefit us. Are they teaching us how to make money? No. It is in their family they teach them that one. But in school, when they say, okay, they are mixed now, just teach them now. But in their homes, they teach their children how to make money, which our ancestors were doing. Our ancestors were teaching their children how to make money. Not how to be educated and be speaking grammar. No. How to fend for yourself. How to take care of yourself and your family. You can't get married among us before when you don't have means of supply. You can't provide for yourself and others. No, you must prove that you can provide for your wife and for your family. Then somebody will say, okay, you can marry my daughter. And no woman will marry you when you don't have something. No, marrying you because of sex. She can get that without marriage. You can get sex without marriage. So why are you marrying for marriage? I mean for sex. It's because religion taught you that bullshit. Black people, wake up, rise up, think for yourself and live your life. So long you are in America, you are slaves. You can tell all your, it is in their constitution, it's constitutional. When you read We the People, you think black people are included. No, go and read it very well. It has nothing to do with you. When they wrote that thing, you are slaves when they wrote that thing. It's the people that wrote it, they're talking about themselves. We the people, not we or the people in America, no? Understand that. And I'm calling on you black people, Africans, stop promoting that white supremacy propaganda, telling you that Africans hate themselves. No, watch those people that say such thing, even the professors among them. After they suffer racism, they begin to change their mind. They begin to change their word. Oh, they say it's not. So it's not Africans' problem. Know your problem. Know the root cause of your condition, the condition you are in today. Until you know the root cause, you will keep supporting the evil they taught you against yourselves. Understand that the fear will kill you more than anything. And understand that you have been miseducated to hate yourself. To justify the evil that the enemies or your enemies did to your own people. Let me say it again. For those of you that believe that Africans were selling themselves into slavery before white people came, you have been miseducated. It's a lie. Africans were forced to do that, just as Africans were forced into slavery. Africans weren't engaging in slave trade before the Arabs and the Europeans invaded. Understand that. Stop believing the lies they're telling you. When you see some pose, try to find out who made that pose and the origin of it. Then you understand better. But you yourself supposed to be the best encyclopedia. Your brain. The best dictionary you can use to interpret life, what is going on. Start with yourself. Do you hate your brothers and sisters who are blacks? Do you hate them? Do you have the mind to kill them? If not, then why are you still believing that lie they taught you about your ancestors or about African Americans? African Americans love themselves, but they have been miseducated. They have been put in fear, in that position of fear. They fear for their lives. They fear for the lives of their loved ones. Majority of them still believe the same nonsense. Majority of you in Africa believe that blacks are their own worst enemies. It's not. Know your enemies and treat them like one.